Welcome to all of you. Today I am going to discuss the most important part in the Power BI, that is the data loading in Power BI, or in another words we can say the data extraction from the different sources. In this video I am going to discuss the various sources available under the get data tab in the Power BI, from where we can extract the data and do some transformation and develop the report. So this is the very first part or the very first step in the creation of the reports. So let's check in this video. First of all, we should know about what is the data loading. The data loading is the process of copying and loading the data sets from the source file. Source can be anything: Excel, text, CSV, Azure SQL database, MySQL database, and many more. So it is basically a loading data from the various sources. When we are doing this loading, there is a steps to get the data. On Power BI, we have to click on the get data, then select the data source as per the requirement, then browse the file, selecting the file, and click load data, and we get the data uploaded in the Power BI environment. Now I'm going to discuss about the different sources available in the Power BI. The different sources is grouped into the major tabs like all, file, database, Power Platform, Azure, online services, and others. Let's discuss in brief. In the file tab, we are getting the data sources like Excel data source, text CSV, XML, JSON, folder, PDF, Parquet, and the last one, SharePoint folder. In the database data sources, we have the options like SQL Server Database, SS Database, SQL Server Analysis Service Database, Oracle Database, IBM Database 2, IBM Informix Database, IBM Netezza, MySQL Database, PostgreSQL Database. And let's discuss in the Power Platform data sources. Here we have Power BI datasets, data marts, Power BI data flow, common data services, and Dataverse. Now we have some data sources from the Azure services. So we are saying here Azure data sources, Azure SQL database, Azure Synapse Analytics SQL, Azure Analysis Services database, Azure database for PostgreSQL, Azure Blob Storage, Azure Table Storage, Azure Cosmos DB, Azure Data Explorer, Azure Data Lake Gen 2, Azure Data Lake Storage Gen 1, Azure Databricks, and the last one, Azure Time Series Insights. And there are some online services data sources, and the examples of these are SharePoint Online List, Microsoft Exchange Online, Dynamic 365 Online, Dynamic 365 Data View, Dynamic 365 Business Central, Dynamic 365 Business Central, Azure DevOps, Azure DevOps Server, Salesforce Object, Salesforce Reports, Google Analytics, and Adobe Analytics. And under the tab of the other data sources, we have the options like Web, SharePoint List, OData Feed, Active Directory, Microsoft Exchange, Hadoop File, Spark, Hive, RScript, Python Script, ODBC, OLE Database. So This is all about the data sources available in the Power BI desktop. Now let's have a demonstration on the Power BI desktop app.